like the lakefront when things are reopening, and when that has turned into a hot debate and led to defiance across the state.
Downstate Madison County began reopening today. Now some lawmakers are gearing up for a fight. And as our team of reporters found out, all of this is leading to more confusion for business owners. CBS 2 political investigator Dana Kozlov outside the Thompson Center. Dana, we could see some sparring next week.
Well, that's right, Erica. That's because those state lawmakers are set to return to Springfield next week for a short session, meeting in person as required by law, and divide. Some partisans, some not, are expected to take front and center in some of those Springfield discussions.
More people will get sick, get admitted to the hospital, and die.
Governor J.B. Pritzker says it's critical to reopen the state slowly, safely, and regionally after May 30th. But pushback about business closures is mounting. The latest, this City of Peoria resolution, which cites a commercial inconsistency between big box stores being allowed to stay open versus small stores. And it's demanding Governor Pritzker review and revise his executive order.
The biggest concern that a lot of us have is that the governor has been acting unilaterally.
Palatine State Representative Tom Morrison wants to take it a step further. He's drafted this legislation requiring General Assembly approval before Pritzker be allowed to make any new emergency declarations effective immediately.
No one is questioning his initial response, but beyond the 30 days, the question is, should the governor just have the ability to act unilaterally without legislative input? We are a co-equal branch of government.
That legislation could have some legs now that lawmakers are planning to meet for a 3-day legislative session next week, the first in more than 2 months.
It's their right to introduce legislation. I mean, I think everybody understands that what I've been doing is following the science and the data.
But sessions will have guidelines. House Speaker Mike Madigan sent this letter to Republican leader Jim Durkin, a COVID-19 pledge for lawmakers to sign, outlining in-person meeting and safety protocols, which include lawmakers be tested before heading down to Springfield. The speaker says lawmakers will focus on essential legislation, like the looming budget. But considering the House and Senate are controlled by Democrats, GOP-led legislation like Morrison's could hit an almost immediate roadblock. I spoke this afternoon with House Republican leader Jim Durkin, who has very serious concerns about the guidelines issued for what can be brought up next week. They are strictly outlined in this joint proclamation that the House and the Senate released this afternoon. He says so things like ethics reform and property tax relief. Yes, it is during a pandemic, but important issues to his party cannot even be brought up for discussion. Brad, Erica.
Well, they are meeting in person, Dana, which is required by law to pass any legislation. Other than the testing, what precautions are those lawmakers taking?
Right, because this is the first time, Erica, that they will meet in person since the pandemic outbreak and certainly since the stay-at-home order. So in addition to testing prior to their arrival in Springfield, they need to wear masks. They need to definitely practice social distancing. They are supposed to drive down to Springfield alone and stay alone in a hotel room if necessary during that 3-day session. Brad, Erica?
Yeah, Dana, so let's get back to the stay-at-home mutiny, which is mounting in some areas like Madison County near St. Louis. What's happening there, and what's the governor have to say about it, and what's he going to do about it?
Well, that public health department said that businesses like restaurants and gyms and some stores can reopen with 25% capacity. Some definitely did today. Others chose to stay closed, but the governor is calling this very misguided. He is saying that business licenses could be in jeopardy, and he also is threatening to potentially pull some federal relief funding.
All right. Dana Kozlov, our political investigator. Thank you.